Hello everybody, happy premium expansion week, and welcome to Zielonka, or Zielonka. I think it's Zielonka, and that's what we're going to call it, but it could be Zielonka, and I could just be making a fool of myself, but what else is new? Anyway, got a new map, got some new crops, got some new productions, so I thought we would take a good look at it and kind of do this map in our own way. We're here on the starting farm, and you know me, and to do this map in my own special way means that we're not going to do it here. Everybody and their dog is going to be on this farm, so we're not. We're going to keep some of this equipment. I think actually we're going to keep this tractor. Everything else is going to go. This is very small and it needs a truck to drive alongside it. This is all very, very small. We want to get going quickly. We want to hit the ground running. So the first thing we're going to do is sell everything because that's what we do. So we got some stuff here. We're going to sell the Zetter. We're going to keep the Fiat, but we're going to sell the rest of this. So we'll do this as quickly as I possibly can. The truck's pretty cool, but if we want it, we can buy it later on. But right now, we don't really need it. We can really use the money more than we can use that truck. All right, so we have a tractor. Now, in order to sell this property, we're going to have to sell all the placeables that are on it, or the game is not going to let us sell it. So that's what we're going to do now. Well, we're going to sell some of these because I'm going to have to sell the chickens individually. It will not let me sell the chicken coop until I have sold the chickens out of it. Oh, I gotta go around behind where I already was. Okay, here I go. We got 10 chickens, I believe. I'm gonna sell those. Yeah, one rooster. I'm gonna sell him. And then we should be able to sell the chicken coop. Now we should be able to sell the property. All right, so now we have a tractor and no property, but we have $758,000. So we are going to head over to our new farm. So here we are, the new farm, which is not so much a farm, but more of a field full of trees. But this is where our farmyard is going to be. We are going to buy these two fields here. Here's where we are right now. We're going to buy 87 and we're going to buy 88. And wouldn't you know it, as luck would have it, this is a red beet field and this is a parsnip field. Amazing how that happened. I'm not sure why the rows are going sideways across the field as opposed to long ways up and down the field. But when we replant it, we'll fix that problem. And I don't think it's really going to matter when we harvest. It shouldn't matter so much when we harvest, because I don't think we're going to use traditional harvesting equipment. But, you know, the newness of this map and the new productions and the new crops is necessarily going to mean that we don't have access to all of the same mods that we usually have access to. Although, I did find a harvester. The Ropa NF Marsh edition has already made the changes, and we have equipment to harvest parsnips and red beets and carrots. We've always had the ability to harvest carrots, but apparently the carrots here are different than the carrots in, say, the maps by Kaz. Those always have carrots, But the same carrot harvesters don't work on these carrots that work on those carrots. In fact, the NF Marsh carrot harvester pack now has a carrot harvester head for just plain carrots, and it also has a harvesting head for premium expansion carrots. So there's clearly a difference there. I don't know what that difference is. I did try to modify a harvester a little bit earlier, and that didn't turn out so great. It did cut all the foliage off, and it harvested 4 liters, and then it just stopped. And it would cut foliage off, but it wouldn't actually harvest any carrots. So, don't know what's up with that, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have a Titan harvester available pretty soon. That one usually keeps up with just about everything. And if not, then someone will figure out how to modify current things easily, and I'll be able to just turn harvesters and planters into multi-fruit with ease, as I normally do. But we've got to do something to make some more money, because what we want to do here on this map is we want to use most of the new productions, and we want to grow all of the new crops. So we're going to do preserved vegetables. That uses carrots, parsley, parsnips, and red beets. We're going to do soups. We'll need some potatoes for that, I think, to make all of the soups. We're not going to do potato chips, I don't think, because we've been able to do potato chips for a while now, so it's not really a new thing. And we're also going to make pianos, because I think that's going to be really, really profitable. And we own some trees, so we'll be able to source some planks to make pianos with. So, to make that happen, though, we're going to do our normal trick of clearing out all of these trees and turning them into wood chips. And I hear you saying, but Dave, you can't get planks from wood chips. And then you hear me saying, haha, yes, you can. All right, I have leased our favorite trailer, the Misty Cat. This is the one that holds 2.5 million liters. I've also leased the Brooks all-in-one wood chipper stump grinder combo. Although some of them, well, a lot of these trees are big oak trees, and we have to have the whole thing raised up in order to cut those trees down. And when we do that, the stump grinder won't grind the stump off. So I think I'm just not going to worry too much about stumps as we do this. And I'm going to just leave them there, and I'll get rid of them later with Easy Dev Mod. All right, so I'm going to leave this trailer right here, and I'm going to find out exactly where our property line is. Open this guy up. And this is such a great mod. It just makes trees disappear. But I think this one is going to, well, I guess that is ours. Okay. Let's see, I'm not sure if, well, maybe these are ours too. Wow, where is our property line? We are right on it. So we may get a few of these trees, but we're not going to get all of them. And that's okay. I really like what they've done with the borders of this map. It's very, very difficult to see where the border is until you just run right into it, which is a great thing. I hate, see, you can look off in the distance and you don't see an obvious border to the map. That, to me, that's a nice bit of attention to detail. There are lots of maps that I would love to play, but it's so distracting to see. Either you can just look like you're going to fall off the edge of the world, or there's a big wall of flat 2D trees to set the border. I think this is a really good way to do it. All right, so you guys see how this works, right? We are just instantly turning trees into wood chips. What I did notice that while we still get the good price for wood chips, I think in new farmer mode it's about $1,600 per 1,000 liters. These trees don't provide as much wood chips as they do on some other maps. So we're probably not gonna make $3 million from these trees, but we might still make $1 million, which is fine. We'll be able to buy our big harvester. Although I might use one of the smaller harvesters just to check it out and see how it is. I really like the idea of the ones with boxes. Don't know if you've seen those yet. If not, I will show it to you when we harvest our parsnips or our red beets. And we'll do that. I mean, if it's efficient enough, we will do a whole field with it. I have a feeling I will grow impatient because they're like 1 row wide or 2 rows wide. So I can see myself becoming impatient and wanting something larger. All right, so you can see we've cleared quite a bit of trees and we only have 60,000 liters, almost 61,000 liters of wood chips, which is fine. We are not going to sell all of these wood chips. We are going to turn most of them into planks, but we might plant another section of trees. At any rate, I'm not going to subject you to me chopping down trees for a half an hour. So I'm going to bring you guys back when we're a little closer to being done. And we're done. So much room for activities. We're going to be able to put our productions down, storage for all of our equipment, a house. We got plenty of room for all of that stuff right here in this center section, I believe. We did not, however, get as many wood chips as I expected us to get. So I will be going back at some time in the future to cut the rest of the trees on our property. We have quite a bit of property, actually, if you look at it. We have all of that, which means that all of this, which has already been cleared, is going to become a field. This part will become our yard. And then we have some more trees to cut right here. And then this can become 2 fields, really. So we'll be able to grow, right now we have red beets and parsnips. So we'll also be able to grow carrots and potatoes so that we can make all of our soups. So I did some landscaping. Got rid of all the stumps, smoothed everything out really well, and put down a grass texture. It looks really nice now, and we have tons of room here. We can build everything we need to build. First thing I want to put down is our plank factory. So this is a production by Sidox Gamer. To be honest with you, I have no idea where I got it, but if you look at it here, it uses wood chips to make planks. I don't know if that means it's particle board or MDF. You know, I don't know a whole lot of details, but with Farm Sim, sometimes it's best to just not ask too many questions and just accept what the game gives you. So I'm going to put this pretty much as far into this little corner here as I can. It's going to charge me a little bit for landscaping. I wish it wouldn't do that. Let's do a little bit of leveling first. That will maybe take some of the sting out. And I don't know about these roads. I don't know if these are like laid on top of a texture or if they're part of the texture. I just don't know. And the last thing I want is for there to be a giant hole under one of my roads. That makes me a little crazy. So we're just going to level out an area right here. And then we're going to make everything around it that same level here. Thank you, autosave. So let's find our production again. There it is. Yeah, that's much cheaper. All right, now I want to squeeze this in here so I can get to everything. We're really not going to have to do anything except dump wood chips in here. We're going to be distributing the planks to the piano factory. Oh, that still seems like a lot of... All right, we'll try it there. And we messed up the road. Because of course we did. So I know I say thanks autosave a lot in a very sarcastic way because it always seems to want to save right in the middle of scrolling through a menu or trying to find something. But this time, I mean it. Thanks autosave. So now we can go back and try this again. I think that probably has enough room around it so that the concrete it puts down is not going to mess with our roads. So I'm going to cross my fingers and hope this is good right here. Yay! It's good. All right, it's all nice and level. And we still have some room over here to do something with. I don't know what that is. We may be able to put one of our other factories there. We just ended up with a whole big field. I didn't realize it was this large. I mean, that could be a field. But we need a yard. All right, let's get our wood chips in the production. Looks like we still have a little bit of smoothing to do. A little bit rough, but we'll get it worked out. All right, they all fit. I think it holds 500,000 liters of wood chips. Yep, 500,000, and it also holds 500,000 liters of planks. So, and it does a fairly efficient transfer. 2,000 liters of wood chips is 1,000 liters of planks. And again, I have to assume that's particle board or MDF or something. Otherwise, I would just be in disbelief. If we look at our fields on the map, we see that we have one field that's probably going to be ready tomorrow, and then another field that's going to be ready soon after that. So we are just about ready to harvest. What is this? Red beets? Yes, we will be harvesting red beets tomorrow. Cool. So in preparation of our upcoming harvest, I put down the preserved vegetable factory. It's $110,000, so that took a sizable chunk of our money, but it's going to be a sizable portion of our income, so I didn't really mind doing that. We have $257,923 left. So let's turn our attention to the harvesting of these two fields. So I looked at the equipment that was designed for this, and it's designed to go down these rows where the rows have been hilled with the hilling machinery that's provided on this map. So that harvester is designed to go right down these rows. So in order to harvest this correctly with that machinery, we're going to have to go sideways across this field. I just feel like that's going to be excruciating and take forever. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put down a tent. we're going to sleep until both of our fields are ready to harvest, and then we're going to lease the big harvester. And as you can see, because I just drove over that field a little, I do have crop destruction off. I have seasons off. In fact, I have everything off. This is a playthrough just to kind of see what this map is all about, to see how the productions work, and just to have a little fun. So I didn't want to make it terribly hard. I wanted to make it very easy to progress and allow us to go through this map fairly quickly and see what it's all about. So I'm going to place a tent real quick here, and we're going to sleep, and we're going to harvest some things. We're going to go with the $50 tent for now. Although it's rarely $50. It always finds something wrong with the ground that you're trying to place it on and charges you more. Yeah, 56, that's not bad. All right, so now we're going to sleep. Okay, it's September. I believe that our red beets are ready to harvest. Yes, yes they are. Our parsnips are not. So, in order to save on some leasing fees, we're going to go ahead and sleep again. All right, it's October. Our parsnips are ready to harvest. We know our red beets are ready to harvest. So let's lease ourselves some equipment and let's get to work. So first off, we're going to go with, I believe it's under beet technology here. And I believe it is, we're going to go with the Panther NF Marsh edition. Let me check and make sure. Yes, this will harvest carrots, parsnips, and red beets. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that our hopper is big. Biggest we can go is 100,000 liters. Color we don't care about. Engine we don't really care about. So we're going to go ahead and lease that for $21,000, which is kind of crazy. But that's what it costs to get our crops out of the ground, so that's what we're going to pay. And I believe in this same menu, well, maybe not. Maybe it's down here in Beet Technology. Yes, yes it is. All right, so you can see here, we've got carrots from the premium DLC, we've got beetroot from the premium DLC, and parsnip. So we are going to have to lease two different headers for this. We'll start with the beetroot. And I believe these are pretty much the same, they just cost more. Yeah. They don't do anything differently, so we're going to go with the cheaper one. Going to lease that for $2,700. Got to make sure we can go as fast as possible. Let's go. Panther does a pretty good job, huh? Yes, Panthers love red beets. And I think I just got a title for this video. So this is about 200,000 liters now of red beets. We got a little less than a third of the field left to do. So I'm thinking we'll get less than 300, but more than 250. I don't know exactly how many red beets. My initial impression is that red beets do not yield quite as high as sugar beets do. Not sure why that is. I'm very curious to see. In the next episode, we're going to turn that into our carrot field. And I'm very curious to see how Giant's official carrots stack up to the modded carrots that we've had for some time now. Very curious to see that. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. Like I said, next time we'll be harvesting our parsnips. We'll be making our carrot field. And then we're going to be doing quite a bit of planting and hilling and experimenting with the new planting equipment. Right now, this thing is doing such a great job. I'm not sure I want to use Giant's equipment. It's going to be so much slower than this. So it's kind of got me scared to use it. But if you want to see me use Giant's equipment, then post a comment below and let me know. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it for you guys. You support me, I'll give you what you want. So if you want to see me suffer, just post a comment down below and say, hey Dave, we'd love to see you suffer. And I'll do it for you guys. But for now, I think that's going to do it for this video. If you liked this episode, I sure would appreciate a thumbs up or a subscription. If you did not like this episode, please post a comment and tell me why. Either way, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time.